verse. We're going to do a video on the moon in Libra with the sun in Aquarius right now. Let me know how you're affected. Essentially, let me know what rising sign you got, and let me know where this Libra is participating in your houses or your areas of life. And with all this being said, let me know how your Wednesday is going. You dig what I'm saying? It's about to be Thursday. Let me know how your Wednesday is going. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what geographical location you in. You know what I'm saying? If you was in another country, you might be a couple days ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? You might have a whole different moon sign going on. So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So with all this being said, let me know how this moon Libra is occurring for you. Let me know how it's playing out. Let me know if you got an opposition going on. Let me know if you got a square going on and how you dealing with it. That's what you're going to let me know in the comments. You feel me? So with all this being said, I'm going to play a little song to get everybody in the vibe. I'm saying I got this song released. It's called Bounce. And it's under the artist name Metaphor77. And that's MET4-77. And you go type in bounce. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find this joint. You feel me? And we're going to perform it right now for y'all. Well, I'm going to perform it right now for y'all. You feel me? It goes, this the moment. Don't get down. Don't get down. You know what I'm saying? This the moment. You feel me? Yeah. Can I get down? Get a light. And lighten up. Hey, yo. Don't get down, don't get down. Get a light and lighten up. Hands up, put your lighters up. Hands up, lighters up. Bounce, up and down, titties in the crowd. Just jump around. Bounce, bounce like what you feeling now. Make you feel free right now. Liberation in the sound. Make you feel it right now. Sound off if you in the crowd right now. This the moment right now. Wanna get down? Let me get down. Rhythmic deliverance. Indigenous rhyme got me feeling sick then. Edgar Poe from the depths. Assassin in the flesh, yo. Check the moment. Yo, this the moment. Don't get down. Don't get down. Get a light and lighten up. Hands up. Push your lighters up. Bounce. Hands up. Lighters up. Bounce. Yeah. Change on my breath right now. Inhale, exhale, define what life is now. Love what you couldn't stack, could brag about. What you feeling now? Love with yourself right now. Only you could do you right now. I think I found love within myself right now. Cold red, it's so real. Mo, what you flow into gold in a cold motion platinum. I multiply like ocean tides. The poets could redefine. Divine do defy. Enjoy the herbs. Taught me a message. Enjoy the herbs, essence, amazing verbs, etymology, cosmology, enchanting, tantric practice. I follow the astronomy. This word is born like earth. Make the modern world majestic. Word of chronics, Hendrix, Morley, count blessings. Bless. Hey yo, here go the breakdown. Shout out on the beat. You feel me? Vibe out to this joint. You feel me? You saying? Get you a good meditation going. Get you your inhale, exhale. You saying? Take your time for yourself. You feel me? But yeah, all right, with all this being said, the moon right now is in Libra, so it's all about balancing and creating this communication of balance, you know what I'm saying? So that at this point in time, you want to find a way to utilize this Venusian energy because Venus, this Libra is ruled by Venus, right? So at this point in time, you want to see how you can create a love, appreciation, or a way of valuing this communication style so you can rectify the collective, essentially, based on the sun being in Aquarius, right? And then based on them both being air signs, there's going to be a trine. So they're going to be able to create an opportunity at this point in time. So you're going to be able to create an opportunity in the area of life that you have Libra to then balance that collective group that you have wherever you got Aquarius. So, for example, if you are a Libra rising, that means you have the Aquarius participating in the ninth house. So at this point in time, you have that knowledge and wisdom that you're creating an opportunity with based on your way of personally balancing things. So for example, like if you are able to create a balance in your personal life, then with this being said, the collective that you have the knowledge and wisdom that you share with, you're able to actually create that balance between, hey, this is who I am, but this is also what I'm wise and knowledgeable about. This is how we can actually communicate that to create this balance, essentially. So at this point in time, the Libra just has to know that they can communicate, but not be over communicative. They want to, like at this point in time, knowing that the trine is a beneficial circumstance, but based on it being, sometimes people overuse their trine. So, for example, you had a trine in your chart between your sun and your moon, you might overutilize that gift. You see what I'm saying? So you might overutilize that opportunity or that gift to create, essentially. So creating that balance might not be something that you always want to utilize or initiate and create. So right at this point in time, we're going to be wanting to initiate and create as well, based on it being a cardinal sign, in the moon. So we're going to want to initiate and create this balance for the collective or the group. So, okay, like I'm saying, getting into it. Libra in the first house is the personal affairs, your personal life, or your ways of your first impression. So however you want to balance your first impression is what you're dealing with right now, and you feel comfortable balancing those personal relationships or your relationship even with oneself. And at this point in time, you're going to have this ninth house here in Aquarius to be able to create this opportunity to be wise and knowledgeable in your personal life, essentially. So then moving forward, the Libra in the second house is going to be for the Virgo. And the Virgo happens to misunderstand the Aquarius. So you think about it this way, it's still a trine, because we still have the air in the moon and we still have the air in the sun. So keep that in mind. Just because you're a Virgo doesn't mean you still don't have that trine participating, in your houses. The houses is still going to participate throughout, you feel me? So the Virgo, being a mutable earth sign, they're going to want to find a way to adapt to the facts, adapt to the details of things. So the Virgo is going to want to balance things in the way that they value things. And based on the way that they value things, they're then in turn going to have this status that they're like, not the status. You think about I think the Aquarius is in the 8th house. Yeah, the Aquarius is in the 8th house for the Virgo. So with this being said, the Virgo is misunderstanding how the collective is operating based on the collective having this narrative. So essentially based on their 8th house, the behind the scenes, the secrets and the transformations, that's what's occurring right now. So based on, if I'm not mistaken, let me make sure I get this right, you feel me? Because you got Virgo in the first house, and then it'd be moving forward. Okay, so it would be... Pardon me, it's the other way around. Libra got, I flunked out. Libra got Aquarius in the 5th house. It's not the 9th house. That's why I'm flunked out. So for the Libra, let me backtrack. For the Libra, it's going to be that opportunity in their expression. It's the way of expressing oneself. So that's my fault. I'm saying, retract everything I just said with the 9th house and put that in the 5th house. My apologies. So with all this being said, the Libra is going to have that in the following house. I'm thinking the other way around, because Libra has Gemini in the 9th house, and then it has the Aquarius actually in the 5th. So with all this being said, it's going to be all about how you actually express oneself. So you're going to be able to balance the collective based on your expression and your personal life, and things like that. So, and then moving forward, like I was saying, that's why I was flunked out. So you got Virgo having Libra in the 2nd house, right? And then it'll have the Aquarius in the 6th. That's where it's having the misunderstanding. Because I know the 1st and the 8th house of misunderstanding, and the same with the 1st and the 6th house. So based on the Virgo, like I say, misunderstanding the collective, they want to see the details of things, and the Aquarius just want to get to the actual narrative. They want to get right to the point and be direct. So that's where the Virgo sometimes misunderstands. They see, okay, the details of being direct. They say, maybe I could just find more details to work with. So with this, at this point in time, having it in the second house, they want to find what they value and put what they value on a schedule to actually work with the collective. So essentially, you want to find a time that the group can get together to actually speak on the values and find a way to balance those values, essentially. So my apologies on that Libra energy. I was like, wait, hold up, I flunked out. So then moving forward, the Leo rising is having the Aquarius in the seventh house and having the Libra in the third. So based on this, it's going to be the Libra and the Leo is a sextile, so able to see the opportunities. They're able to see the opportunity based on their personal life and how the Leo personally sees things in their environment to create balance. So based on them seeing and feeling this way and trying to become comfortable in this way of balancing their environment, they're then in turn either having, saying a beneficial circumstance based on this opposition. So they're able to either add on or be completely opposite to the Aquarius energy. So at this point in time, the Leo has a choice. Do they actually want to be a part of the collective, or do they want to be solo dolo and let the Leo just shine and be the only one that's shining because the Leo sees it that way? And based on that, you're going to be feeling comfortable with either balancing things in your environment or being unbalanced in your environment. And that's what's playing out right now. So it's either you have an unbalanced environment to then in turn, allow you to communicate to balance the collective, or you have an unbalancing conversation to unbalance the collective as well. So the Leo's kind of on the opposition circumstance right now, and they just have to see the opportunity in their environment to create this, not to create this balance, but to see the balance happen and see the opportunity to work with that balance and initiate that in their environment. So then moving forward, the Aquarius is having, so pardon me, not the Aquarius, the Cancer is having Aquarius in the 8th house, and then also having the Libra in the 4th house. So based on this, is going to be a square. So the Cancer is going to have to learn how to initiate and create an emotion that actually is working towards the balance. So they're going to have this private emotion this period of time. They're going to have to learn how to balance that with their own personal emotions. So the way that they personally feel about things is a square. They're going to have a learning process to actually balance things in their private and home life. And with this being said, they're going to have this transformation in the 8th house with Aquarius being here because they're also having this misunderstanding. Same like the Virgo. And with this being said, the Cancer has to see, okay, maybe where am I misunderstanding what I should transform and what are things that I actually don't need to transform and things that I can, just continue to utilize this passion for it and continue to, rise as that that phoenix out the ashes. Like you've already maybe rebirthed something, and now you just want to put more passion into it at this period of time. If you're on the higher octave of this Libran energy, so it's at this point in time you want to balance things in your home life to then experience this transformation in your collective, and you have this collective actually work towards your passion or actually transform what's going on behind the scenes so that you can actually have the proper collective to be around, or have the collective working towards the proper narrative, essentially. Based on the Aquarius being a fixed sign, you want to transform what's behind the scenes and the secrets and those things like that, and have that narrative be exposed, essentially, is what's kind of necessary for the Cancer at this point in time. They want to learn from the Libra and how to be balancing, but then also realize that you're misunderstanding how the collective is transforming at this period of time. So maybe take that little back seat, but also know that you're kind of accustomed to this 8th house energy based on, 8th house birth Scorpio is kind of that water house. And then based on the Cancer being here, they're having this ability to see, okay, I can comprehend how I can create this opportunity in my behind the scenes nature, but I understand that it's Aquarius here, so it's all about the fixed air. So being consistent or stubborn upon your ways of transformation. So you want to not be too stubborn about the way that you're transforming, but know that that transformation is necessary, essentially. And then moving forward, the Gemini rising is having the Libra in the 5th house, which is this trine, so they're able to create the opportunity. I'm saying, kind of like I was explaining with the Libra having the Aquarius in the 5th, they're able to create this opportunity based on their expression and seeing how to balance their expression to then in turn have a beneficial collective, or the knowledge of have a wise collective and have a wise counsel, essentially. So the Gemini at this period of time is seeing how they can create an opportunity with their knowledge and wisdom to actually maybe feel balanced about their expression, or the other way around, feel balanced about their expression to then in turn have a beneficial circumstance whenever they bring this knowledge and wisdom to the forefront, and they actually allow the sun to shine on their knowledge and wisdom. Based on the sun being Aquarius right now, that's where, I'm saying, the area of light that's shining. So at this period of time, the Gemini just has to know, okay, what part of my I'm saying circumstance do I actually want to shine? What do I want to bring to the forefront based on these both being firehouses where your air is at? I'm saying? So you have a first house in Gemini, that's a firehouse. So your personality is two-sided and you see things two different ways. So basically you see in those two different ways, you want to see that expression and how to actually balance that expression to then have a beneficial way of articulating the knowledge and wisdom and teaching, I'm saying, and traveling with that teaching. And then moving forward, the Taurus rising is having the Libra in the, what is it, the 6th house? Yeah, Libra in the 6th house. And then they're having the Aquarius in the 10th house. So based on what the Taurus is putting on their schedule and what they're worrying about and what they're thinking about on a day-to-day basis is what they're having to balance. And then in turn, it's going to affect their status. So based on how you're creating this balance in the way that you create your routine and pattern, you're then in turn going to have a status that is stable. People are going to see that, okay, they actually have a direct way of thinking, and they see the goal essentially. They know what status they want to produce, and based on the Aquarius and the Taurus being a square, the Taurus may have to learn how to be more status oriented, and then in turn, based on being so more status oriented, they're able to feel more comfortable in their 6th house and their routine and patterns, because they're saying, oh, okay, to have this proper status, I actually have to show up to A, work on time. That's part of the routine and pattern. B, I got to have my tools with me to actually accomplish the job, and things like that. So those certain details and those routine and patterns that you create are then going to accumulate to be your status, and that's what the sun is at right now, and that's what kind of status you got shining. Is that you have to learn how to you have to learn how to personally be about business or be all about your personal life. So if your personal life isn't together, then worry about that being your status right now. Or if you actually have a status quo to keep up, then you want to utilize this to say, oh, okay, what can I put on my routine and pattern with this moon in Libra to actually have a beneficial status outcome? You see what I'm saying? Have a good outcome for my status. So pretty much the Taurus has to learn and comprehend that they're at a misunderstanding with balance right now. Based on them being a fixed sign, they might be two in their own ways and not be able to actually balance out this other routine and pattern. Like trying to tell the bull, the Taurus, to do something different doesn't always work out. I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all if you're a cross watcher. And then moving forward, the Aries rising. The Aries is having Libra in the 7th house. So based on this, they're able to either be opposing or add on to the balance. And then based on them either being opposing or adding on to the balance, they're then having this accumulation in their 11th house, and they're able to either create this opportunity to have this collective and have this group setting and be within a group, or they want to completely disassociate and be be that Aries and be in control of their own circumstances. They want to be by themselves. So this period of time, the Aries sees the opportunity of what group they want to work with. Then also they're able to see how they're also opposite to the balance. So it's either they balance things to actually benefit the collective, or they want to be on the opposition side of the balance and say, I'd rather balance myself and be a part of the group that I want to be a part of. So it's kind of like, which side of the energy would you want to be on at this point in time for the Aries? And just keep in mind that this is the waning phase of the moon. This isn't a new moon cycle. So at this point in time, you're going to be shedding things. So you're going to be shedding maybe in a group as an Aries. You're going to be shedding a relationship at this point in time. Or you're going to be on that side that you can actually build on this relationship to then have this group setting work out. You see what I'm saying? And have this, like say you wanted to go on a double date. You mean you and your friend wanted to both bring your significant other and things like that. That'd be an 11th house kind of circumstance in that public space. And then moving forward, us having this Pisces, the Pisces is going to be in the 8th house for, Pisces is going to have Libra in the 8th house. So based on this will be the misunderstanding as well. So the Pisces is going to misunderstand how to have this balance go on and how to communicate about this balance. And then they're also having this Aquarius in the 12th house. So they're trying to figure out how they can transform themselves to be communicating about this balance And then based on them feeling comfortable about this balance, they're then in turn having this opportunity to accumulate their dream and talk about the dream of their illusions and nightmares and things like that. Things that the Pisces doesn't always communicate about, but at this point in time, with the Aquarius sun being there, this is what they're going to be putting the light on, and they're going to have the light on their 12th house, and based on that, they're going to see, okay, should I actually relate with this individual to actually transform my emotions about this to achieve this dream? And that's what the Pisces is going to be working with right now, is that misunderstanding energy. Do I actually want to transform this, or do I want to transform that? And based on what you transform, and based on what relationship or what you're relating to that does transform, you're then in turn going to have that spotlight be on your 12th house, and that dream illusion and nightmare is going to play out. So it's either you want to shed something based on this being the waning phase of the moon, and you want to, have this rebirth whenever we have this new moon. You want to shed that right now, or you already have the circumstance that you feel comfortable with and you're satisfied. Then boom, you want to just keep on working towards the passion that you have accumulated to then in turn have that phoenix play out, and you can see that dream accumulating whenever the sun goes into your first house. And then moving forward, the Aquarius rising is going to have the Libra in the ninth house. And based on the ninth house, it's going to be that knowledge, wisdom, and experience and traveling of the mind, or an external reality. An external reality. And based on that, you're having the, like I say, Aquarius in the first house. So based on the balance and the knowledge and wisdom that in the travel and whatever you're traveling with and whatever you're relating to at this point in time, ninth house wise, you're then in turn going to have this personal first house accumulation, and you're going to be balancing your personal life. You're going to be balancing the personal groups that you work with, balancing your association, and balancing those first impressions that you give off based on being an Aquarius and being so far in your own little space. Because let's just be real, Aquarius is always in their own little space until they decide not to be. And whenever they decide not to be, watch out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they're going to let you know something that you didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? Always expect Aquarius to be expectedly unexpected. You know what I'm saying? So with all this being said, the Aquarius has to see what they're creating. So based on the knowledge and wisdom that you feel comfortable relating and communicating with, that will then accumulate your first house and your first impression and how people see your personal affairs and how you personally act upon your personal life and things like that. And then moving forward, the Capricorn rising is having the Libra in the 10th house. So based on that, it's going to be a square. So the Capricorn has to learn how to be more balancing and learn how to create this balance and learn how to be more of a harmonious individual. And based on this, they're having the Aquarius in the second house, right? So this Aquarius in the second house is playing out the collective values and essentially the status that the Capricorn feels comfortable relating with and sees how they can relate to this, you know, saying this way of valuing their narrative, essentially. Like a Capricorn is the Saturn sign, it's the business sign, and it's the boss sign. So essentially, the boss wants to figure out what's correct to value, and based on them trying to figure out what's correct to value, then they're then in turn having this status that they're learning how to be more relatable about. So essentially, they're learning how to be more relatable to then in turn have a value system that they can actually talk about and create a balance and things like that, and create a collective that actually meets up to these values, essentially. Then moving forward, the Sagittarius rising is having the Libra in the 11th house, so they're able to see the opportunity. They're able to see what collective group to actually work with to then in turn, in their Aquarius third house, I think it is, yeah. Sagittarius has Aquarius in the third house and then has the Libra in the 11th house. So based on the balance that you're creating with your associates, you're then in turn having this narrative and you're playing this collective out in your environment. So Sagittarius has people in their environment based on the actual group that they are relating with. So I'm saying, so there's going to be certain individuals that come back to the crib from that group in that public space that you were just relating in, and then in turn they're going to be a part of your narrative moving forward, or you're going to be having to shed a certain environment. You're going to be having to shed a certain public place that you participate in based on this Sagittarius energy. So it's, you know what I'm saying, which side of the energy you on? Are you balanced or unbalanced? If you have a balanced associates, then boom, then in turn you're going to have a, you know what I'm saying, a beneficial environment. But if you have an unbalanced group or collective, then your environment is going to be kind of all over the place. You understand what I'm saying? So then moving forward, last but not least, the Scorpio rising is having the Aquarius in the fourth house. Yep. But they're also having the Libra in the 12th house. So based on the behind the scenes, the secrets, the dreams, illusions, and nightmares that the Scorpio deals with, they're then in turn having to bring those dreams, illusions, and nightmares to the forefront and having to create an opportunity with their home and their private life. So Scorpio is learning how to be more communicative and how to create more balance based on their dreams, illusions, and nightmares at this point in time and their home life. So Scorpio has certain things that they actually don't express and they feel is going to be an unbalancing kind of circumstance. That's why they don't express it or don't bring it to the forefront. And then it in turn plays out in their fourth house is why are you playing out this narrative when we actually know the way things really are, but you're just not talking about it because you believe it's going to make things worse. So the Scorpio has to learn to be more upfront and be more direct at this point in time. So that's what the Scorpio is learning. And then based on those dreams, illusions, and nightmares, whatever you're balancing or whatever you're relating with dream, illusion, nightmare wise, it's then going to come to the forefront in your home life, and you're going to be able to see what narrative is being played out to your family or being played out to the people that you're close to, people close to your heart. So at this point in time, you just want to learn how to be more upfront and tell these people really what's going on and just be more direct. And that's what the Scorpios haven't learned how to do. And that's really not easy for them Scorpio signs because they're a water sign, but everything's as hard as you want to make it. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say get a breath of fresh air every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I know you like to be deep in the water. You feel comfortable. Pardon me. You're personally already deep in the water if you're a Scorpio rising, but just learn how to get up that breath of fresh air and speak your piece every once in a while, and that'll help you out. So much love and holla back at me. You know what I'm saying? This is Metaphor back for more to kick the raw and representing everyone's you and I verse. And you can email me for anything in general if you got an idea for a video that you've been thinking, hey, you know what I'm saying, why hasn't he told me about this? Why hasn't he taught me this yet about astrology? Or spoke on this aspect of YouTube and things like that. Hit me in the email at conscious1347@gmail.com. I already got mad ideas for videos, you know what I'm saying, but sometimes y'all be more intelligent than I think y'all are. You know what I'm saying? So much love and holla back. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love if you believe in all that.